This is Scott Spears the First, the owner of the internet, reporting from an undisclosed location. Me and my kitten cat, we are boondocking. We're actually off the grid. So it's the first time for me, just boondocking. So, well, it's not the first day, but it's the first episode of Scott Spears the First, the owner of the internet, with my tiny camper and my kitten cat. And I just want to be recognized for what I've done. I am seeking national recognition for what it is that I have done. Okay, I am solely responsible for single-handedly saving humanity from the deadly Chinese coronavirus. Okay, I did that, and I want to be recognized, and I want to be honored for what it is that I have done. Now, I have been tracking the virus since quarantine day 14. Okay, everybody knows, if you look on my internet, you can see, you go to Scott Spears the First or owner of the internet.me, and you'll see cheerswithspears.com. Okay, so there's nobody been tracking the virus, or there's nobody on earth with a more vast compendium of knowledge compiled about the intelligence characteristics of this deadly Chinese coronavirus. And it's not even Chinese. I know it's not Chinese. I proved it's not Chinese because I did not use a Chinese calendar to trick the virus. I used a Gregorian calendar, a wall calendar, as an antiviral time machine. Okay, I didn't have to draw a goat over top of a monkey, or a snake over top of a dragon, or anything, any cartoon character of any mythological creature or livestock. I didn't have to draw anything. So, except for a line, I put I tricked the virus using its intelligence against itself. And it started with the mathematics. I think all intelligent life forms in the universe, they were still revolve around mathematics. So it wasn't too much of a surprise to me that the virus, when it was aware of the numbers, it was aware of the decimal system. So maybe it's base 10, which would, or maybe it has to be, maybe it just took a stab at it and called 10 out there and acted like it knew what it was. I do not know. I know that subsequently it could differentiate between 8 and 10, but I don't know that it was doing subtraction, or maybe it was trying to get to 10 and never asked him to 8, or maybe it really didn't know what 8 was. I do not know that. So had it got to 6 and then to 4, I would have started to believe this was a countdown, like a doomsday clock, like any other extraterrestrial. It could have been a self-destruct mode. So I didn't let it get that far. I was keeping track of it. I didn't want to yell fire in the theater, so I didn't call alarm to some of the things that I was noticing, but I did make a log of them on my internet. Now, the virus could tell time. The virus would not attack until 10 p.m. In some places, it would not attack till midnight. And that's where I got it. That's where I figured it was reading the clock. And I tested my theory, and I was right. I would take the batteries out of my clock at 9:45. I'd stay up way past 10, way past midnight sometimes. And yet I do not have the virus. So I just used that same sound science and logic. It just went sideways with it. And I used a calendar. And, it was a split thinking. It was the last minute, like quarter to midnight on New Year's Eve, you call. It was, the virus had formed so much intelligence, it had formed a quorum in Maryland to decide what time it was going to attack that night. Okay. And I took that personal because, it could have attacked at midnight. It could have voted to attack at 2 a.m. I mean, it didn't. It voted to continuous assault on humanity, and I took that personal. It was the biggest cock block of the century. Okay. I had a blind date situation set up with the most beautiful woman in the world. Okay, Miss Darcy Gibby. She was Miss Maryland Hemisphere, Miss Baltimore Oriole, Miss Preakness, Miss Panama Jack, Miss Coors Light, Miss all that in a bag of chips. And, because of the virus, that was thwarted, that whole blind date situation. So I have two modes. I have the chill mode and I have attack mode. I went into attack mode. Okay, so I'm Scott Spears the First. Okay, I've never lost at nothing. I've never taken second place in anything I've ever done. I am undefeated in everything I've ever done. So I wasn't even afraid of the virus. I knew it was, if there's two organisms left on planet Earth, it'd be me and the virus. Okay, and I'm still with it. I'm not afraid of the virus. So, if this is a competition, life or death situation between me, Scott Spears the First, and a single-celled organism that doesn't even have a brain, I was going to fuck it up. Okay, and I did. I fucked it up. I did what I did. So I That was my plan. My plan, and I executed it perfectly at the stroke of midnight when all the humans were celebrating 2021. I put a 2 over the 1, tricking the virus, sending it into the future, into 2025, where it's rendered impotent due to herd immunity. Okay, I did that. And I want to be recognized, and I want to be honored for what it is that I have done. Okay, and and I want all the rewards and all the awards, all the accolades, everything comes with being the savior of humanity, of the whole human species on planet Earth. Okay, so for starters, I want the most beautiful woman on the planet, whoever she is right now. Don't come to me with no 2,000-year-old Helena Troy or Cleopatra 5,000 years old. Don't even come to me with that. I'm not falling for that. I want whoever it is as of right now. So that's for starters. And then I talked to my accountant, and he and we came up with an agreement that I figured was fair. That 50% of the net worth of planet Earth should be transferred into my account. Considering I saved everybody all on planet Earth, I figured it's a bargain. Y'all should be happy. It's a buy one, get one almost. Because of me, you get to keep living and keep half your shit too. Okay, so you're welcome, man. Thank you very much for your contribution at the same time. So if you see your net worth go down by 50%, it went to me, Scott Spears the First, the owner of the internet. And I will, I'm trying to die penniless. I'm trying to, give it all away. It's just too much. The internet's way too much at first. So I'm already the wealthiest man on the planet. So you just figure we're consolidating at this point. I will divvy up the way I see fit. I'll be pissing it away as fast as I can on, lavish parties and Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bentleys, you name it. I will be pissing it away. Trust me. But I cannot give it away fast enough. I mean, give it away Cadillacs as fast as I can. Johnny Depp cannot fuck my money up. It just keeps rolling in. So it's a curse, people. It is a curse, but I deal with it as best I can. So I have not yet done my COVID test for today. I have the same song that I sing for the past 6 years. If I cannot sing that song, then it means I might have the COVID. It wouldn't mean I have it. It's not conclusive at all. It just means I might have it. So, but I figured if I couldn't sing that song that I've been singing, it would be an indication. So far so good. I do not have the COVID. Or, but I will be the last person on Earth to get the COVID. Okay. Now my kitten cat is around here somewhere. That's my kitten cat. She hangs around here. She brought me a lizard yesterday. I got a lizard as a present. They bring you, supposed to bring you animals, and that was her first animal to bring me was a little lizard. And she didn't kill it. She just held it in her mouth. She was so happy. She brought it to me, and it was so pretty. They said that she would bring me some dead animals. That was my first dead animal. I guess what should I do? Just pat her on the head and tell her thank you? I just grabbed her up there and told her she was crazy. I didn't know what else to do. It was my first animal donation. It was a sacrifice from the wild kingdom. My little kitty cat gave me a captured lizard. I thought that was the prize. I congratulated her. Took it out of her mouth. Let her play with it some more. I threw her down. I let her get a head start. I'm not vicious. So I let the lizard get a head start. And then eventually she got out of my hands, though. I don't know what happened after that. I guess they had fun. I don't particularly get involved in the cat on lizard. But if they're gonna fight it out, let them fight it out. That's what I look at it. I mean, if it tasted bad, that means it's probably poisonous. She probably should stop. But if she doesn't do that, then I guess I don't interfere. And let nature take its course. I mean, the cat's gonna live. The cat's gonna live. It's the smartest cat on the planet. So if someone's gonna take her out, and there's no hope for any other cats, I feel sorry for them because she's the smartest cat there is. There's no other smarter cat on planet Earth, and I've recognized that, and I want everybody else on planet Earth to recognize that too. That's one of my objectives, is to document and prove to the world that it's an immutable truth that Clitoris Pussy Spears, the pet or spirit animal of Scott Spears the First, the owner of the internet, was the smartest cat ever recognized on planet Earth. So that's one of my objectives. And then actually going to be seeking out the source of the intelligence of this extraterrestrial virus. Because as of yet, I am the man who sent the virus into the future, into 2025, but I want to be prepared for that. I want to either throw a monkey wrench into his plans, or at least identify the source of the intelligence, because I do not believe this virus has a brain. I believe it's getting a signal of some sort, and it could be on the electromagnetic spectrum. That's where I could become involved, and so I have been tasked with identifying and eliminating the virus, and I have brought that upon myself. I volunteered for the job, and I'm the man to do it. There's no other apex alpha male out there that's capable of actually going up against anything and everything and never have lost. I have never taken second place. I'm undefeated in everything I've ever done. Okay, so I've never lost so much as a coin toss. So it would be me, Scott Spears the first, that goes up against this thing for planet Earth. And you're welcome. I'm not scared. I am not scared one bit. Like I said, if this is a competition, life or death situation between me, Scott Spears the first, and a single-celled organism that doesn't even have a brain, I'm going to fuck it up, okay? And I'm fucking it up. So I'm just going to try to get a competitive edge. I'm going to be seeking out, the source of the intelligence. So when I see it again in 2025, I will maybe have, if it's extraterrestrial, I could have maybe even made a treaty with it. I could maybe possibly, let them know that we're not a threat. And I could thwart the virus through just not negotiations with the extraterrestrials. Because this is an extraterrestrial virus. There's never been any single-celled organism recognized on planet Earth with this level of intelligence. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to seek to make contact. And my idea is that if this extraterrestrial has combined itself with any insect DNA, like honeybees or ants, it will not be able to resist this trap that I'm planning on setting up for it. I'll let them know. They can't avoid it. Even if I tell them I'm going to set it up, they wouldn't be able to avoid it. They would genetically be honed in like a they just honed in like it was a guided-on missile. They would seek that sweet source out. I'm going to get some honey and some Kool-Aid and just sugar and maple syrup and just any kind of sugary mess, and just put it in a vat and let the desert heat just make it fester. And they'll be able to smell that sugar from outer space. If they've mixed their DNA with honeybees or ants, I'll have them. They'll come straight homing in on it. They won't be able to resist. It will literally just like a tractor beam. It'll pull them in, and I'll be right there with this lit up, doing my COVID test, and I'm gonna have lasers pointing at Cirrus B. So they'll see me. And at Majestic 12, they're ready for me too. They can hear me talking and know. They're like, Spears is really doing this shit. I'm really doing it. I'm not gonna stop until they show up, and I'm gonna make a treaty with them, because it's got to be their virus in the first place. Because this virus could count to 10. We know that the virus was aware of the decimal system. I'm not sure if it was counting to 10 or not. Or maybe it threw that number out there. But or just really base 10 is the nature of the universe. Everybody knows that the universe works on mathematics. So when it said that it knew what 10 was, that's when I got involved. Okay. And then subsequently, it could differentiate between 8 and 10. Okay. And then I'm not sure if that was a process of subtraction, or maybe they was trying to get to 10 and it ran out of steam at 8. Or, maybe it really did know what 8 was. I do not know that. I mean, had it got to 6, and then to 4, it could have made its way to 2, and I would have had to assume that was a countdown, like a doomsday clock. Like, any other extraterrestrial. It could be in self-destruct mode. Okay, so the virus could actually tell time. Well, it could tell. It was saying what time it was. I'm not sure it could tell what time it was. I guess it was aware of the fourth dimension. So it was a fourth dimensional creature in its intelligence at the very least. It knew what time was, or it marked its time on the clock, or it would not attack until 10 p.m. So some places it wouldn't attack till midnight. And I guess it had to do with the longitude and latitude, or the alcohol content in the air. I do not know that for sure, but it wouldn't attack till 10 p.m. So my theory was that it was reading the clock. So I would take the batteries out of my clock at 9:45 to test my theory. And I was right. I'd say way past 10, way past midnight sometimes, and I do not have the virus. So I just use that same sound science and logic and quick thinking at the last minute. And it was New Year's Eve, and I looked at my wingman at the time, Mr. Acedott, Acedott. I said, I'm going to use that Ravens cheerleader autograph calendar there as a time machine. I sent the virus into the future. And that was my plan. And I executed it perfectly. At the stroke of midnight, when all the humans were celebrating 2021, I put a 2 over the 1. tricking the virus, sending it into the future, into 2025, where it's rendered impotent due to herd immunity. Okay. Now, I know I keep saying it's rendered impotent to herd immunity, but I got to tell you the truth, though. They don't want to let you down too hard, but the virus could be practicing its key defining characteristic and mutating. It could have mutated by 2025. I do not know that for sure. It could be virus, Sierra 194 dot Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. I do not know that. So whatever it is when we get there, I will handle it. I've never lost and nothing. So I wouldn't be scared. So what I've been doing since we are post-pandemic, because what I have done, I want to be recognized and I want to be honored for what it is that I've done for all the humans, the whole human species on planet Earth. Okay, so I've been celebrating. I have been celebrating. And now I'm taking my time, to go across the country and identify the source of the intelligence. And when I do that, if it's more intelligent than we've only got a peek into the window of the intelligence of this extraterrestrial virus. We know that it can count to 10, and we know it can tell time. And I was able to send it into the future using a calendar. But I'm standing by my theory that if it's extraterrestrial, and it's got those big bug eyes, it has its DNA mixed in with insect DNA. So I'm going to create a big sugary vat of just high content sugary syrup, some mixture, all kinds of, just it would rot your teeth in a half a second type of thing. I let it fester in a desert, and while I'm calling them out, I want to call them out on what they've done to planet Earth. And if I can get them there on live stream, then I'll greet them. I'll tell them I'm Scott Spears the First, the owner of the internet. Welcome to planet Earth. We're just humans here. I would like to welcome you. And, first of all, just sign this treaty here. It says that, y'all didn't make the virus. If you did, you're going to help us kill it. And then we're coming to terms from there, because right off the bat, I'm going to hold you accountable for what it is I'm there to do. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to tell them, look, if y'all hear about the virus, just, clean it up and roll or whatever. You want to hang out, you can. You hang out for a beer. But if they're coming to get rid of this thing that they brought down here, then I'll be the one, I'll be taking all the credit for that. I would be the person who ushers this in, because I'm Scott Spears the First. I'm the owner of the internet. And there is nobody on planet Earth, more ready or recognized or qualified, to do this. And so that's what I've been saying I'm going to do. Now, as we get closer to the time where it is, we'll be introducing I guess, whoever shows up. I will be keeping you entertained. I will be making sure to do my COVID test daily. I do a daily COVID test that I do. If I cannot sing the same song that I've been singing for 6 years, then that would be an indication that I have the COVID. It wouldn't be conclusive at all. It'd just mean I might have it. It's not, it's like any other COVID test. It's just it mean anything. I need to quit smoking, or I need to warm up a little bit, or maybe I'm just not feeling good. I don't know. But I guess I could take my temperature, and then if I could, but this is the one I do. This is the most fun. I'm doing it anyway, so I figured if I cannot sing this song, it would be an indication. So as long as you can hear me, first of all, your First Amendment is good. I stand for the First Amendment. Even if I'm leaning or sitting, I'm still standing for it. And I came down here to Florida to start the Truth Social, which has started really. It was going to be called The First, and it's for the First Amendment. And me, Scott Spears the First, the owner of the internet, and Trump. We got together and we started the Truth Social. I gave him 3 out of the 5 letters he wanted. He wanted to call it Trump Social, but I gave him TRU, and we went with Truth Social. But just don't get it conflated with the fact that there won't be some bullshit on that. Don't think everything you see on my internet is the truth. So, that's rule number 1. Everything you see on the internet ain't true. So, take it to heart. Anything you see on Truth Social ain't automatically going to be true either. But at least it'll be free. It should be freedom of speech. That's it. Just give me the First Amendment back. That's all. I have to have it. You can't take away my First Amendment, because I'm 53 years old. I've had my First Amendment my whole life. So, it wouldn't even be fair, because I'm a comedian. I don't even know what I would say next. I would be just as surprised as anybody else is what I might say. and I own the internet, and I'm a comedian, so I have to have it. So, like I said, it's just some kind of a punishment or something involved with me having to not say something, and I better not say something or whatever. Be the penalty involved. Just might as well just give me the punishment now, because I will guarantee you, I promise you, I will violate, because I won't be responsible, because I don't even know what to say, except for getting my kitten. Get over here. Psst. Get over here. She goes prowling. The kitten cat is a prowler. All of a sudden she knows how to hunt now. She brought me a lizard. A little bitty baby lizard. I don't know if it was a full-grown lizard or what, but it didn't kill her. So, more power to my kitten cat, because she's actually acting like a cat now. She's not just an indoor cat. She's starting her little prowl. I told her she's not the biggest thing out here. She don't listen. She's the smartest cat on the planet. And she's still an idiot. There she is right there. Get over here. So, what I do, I've been hitchhiking. I am extreme hitchhiking. That's what I do. And until I get this next hitch, which will be, could be a day. I'll be here. So when I hitch up, probably I don't know where I'm gonna go. I got a couple suggestions. I know eventually I'm gonna be in Miami soon. Miami's gonna be a place I'm about to go down to just for like spring break areas. Who knows? I don't know. I have to be recognized. I want to be recognized for what it is I've done, and I want to be honored. So wherever the high density population of people amass, I will be on the outskirts of that pretty much. And I'll be doing a weather forecast. I daily have done a weather forecast, whether it be on camera or not. And I'm yet to be wrong. I've not yet failed. I'm batting a 1,000% if it was baseball for my meteorological skills here. And I am an amateur meteorologist, and I claim fame, part of my fame, to that. I mean, I'm 100% accurate. I don't know anybody else who's been able to be 100% accurate in their stint as a amateur or professional meteorologist. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take that feather and put it in my cap along with all the other ones. So that's what I do. I'm used to winning. I've never lost at nothing. So it's something I take with, the least amount of humility as possible, because I really never actually had to practice that. So I don't know. I would think that if I was to lose sometime, that I would be able to muster up something that would create the illusion of humility. But rest assured, I don't know what it would mean to have to use it as of yet. So I haven't figured it out yet. But I have to use it. I would think that I would crush it like everything else. So you wouldn't be able to tell the difference whether I was actually feeling humble or humility or however you want to call it, or whether it was a great act. You would not know. You would be able to tell. So it wouldn't make any matter. It wouldn't matter to the humans. So what I do now, I do a COVID test. I sing the same song every day. I haven't done one yet today. I need to do one. It's a reference. Everything has to have a reference. If you don't have a reference, then you don't know how to spend the rest of your day. You gotta have the first one.
U-disc mode.
See what happens. I don't even know what song this is. Let's see what it is. This is some Zach Brown. They'll silence me on that.
Previous song.
They'll just silence you right off the bat on that.
Previous
I know they will.
song.
They've done it all the time. They silence me on the
Previous
Zach
song.
Brown because they don't have the copyright. This is, I'm going to play some
song.
Candlebox. This is my COVID test. I sing the same song every day.
Previous
This is
song.
here. Song I sing. I'll put it on repeat. I'll put it on repeat.
Previous song.
I want to get there. I think it's one more.
Previous song.
This is it.
Repeat 1.
This is what I put on repeat. It's been on repeat for 6 years. Scott Spears the first. Cheers.
Well, I woke up one morning, I seen my baby fly away. Sugar, don't go. She said I don't be treating her right by the things I say. Sugar, don't go. I feel I'll be left alone, and I'll pray all alone. Oh, in the rain.
I'm Scott Spears the First, the owner of the internet.
Early one morning, I packed the bags. She said she gotta leave me now. I done her wrong. I said, baby, I'm gonna change for the better. Sugar, don't go. You can't believe in me all alone, 'cause I'll pray, all alone. Oh, the rain, in the rain, out in the rain, in the rain. Sugar, go, you leave me alone, and I packed your bags, you got your plane on the road. I said, why'd you leave, you gotta leave me alone. I feel sad, you gotta back off. Baby, you treat me, my life, and you take my mind, I lose it. What I have is what I give to you, and I feel I'm gonna be great.
I'm Scott Spears the First, the owner of the internet. Cheers. CheersWithSpears.com. I'm just blessing it up, and it might rain. It might rain. It might need to rain. This is Candlebox Radio, and I'm Scott Spears the First, the owner of the internet. I'm him.
Downtown. Ooh, what you gonna do? Who you gonna see? Where you gonna pack your bags and where you gonna stay? Say, where you gonna go? Who you gonna hold? Where you gonna lay your hat today? I said, what you gotta change? What you gonna do? Where you gonna lay your minds down? What you gonna do? What you gonna take? Where you gonna go, baby? You gonna stay with me again? I said, I'm moving on. Don't you move it on? You gotta move it on. Hey, moving on down the line, yeah. Well, I'm down the line, yeah. Said, pack your bags now, baby. Gotta move it on down the line. Tell it what I tell you, say, what you gonna do? Who you gonna see? Where you gonna hold your ass out all over town, baby? Where you gonna go? Who you gonna see? What you gonna do every time? I said, what you gonna do? Who you gonna take? Where you gonna lay your hat down? Where you gonna call your home? Where you gonna go? Who you gonna see? What you gonna do every time? I said, move it on. Won't you move it on? You gotta move it on. Hey, I'm moving on down the line, yeah. It's on down the line, on that line. Said, move it on down the line. Said, move it on down there.
I'm Scott Spears the First, the owner of the internet. Cheers. CheersWithSpears.com or Facebook.com/CheersWithSpears. Owner of the internet.com.
What you gonna do? And where you gonna stay? Who you gonna hold your ass out, baby? Where you gonna lay your hat today? I said, what you gonna do? Who you gonna see? Where you gonna go and spend your time to be a baby? What you gonna do? Who you gonna see? Where you gonna go when I set you free? You said I'm moving on. And what you moving on? You gotta move it on. Hey, I'm moving on down the line, yeah. Set down the line, yeah. Set moving on down the line. You gotta move it on down the line. And then the woman said, baby. I said, baby. I said, baby. I said, baby, you gotta move it on down the line and take your time. But baby, gotta pack your bags and go today. Mama, what you gonna do? Who you gonna see? We gonna lay your head and call you home. Said, baby. I said, baby. I said, baby. I said, what you gonna do? Your time now, woman. Got ass to leave. You pack your bags, you gotta go. Your ass to leave. Pack your bags, you gotta go. Who you gonna go? Who you gonna see when you lay your head down tight down? Said, moving on. Said, moving on. Said, moving on. I said, moving on down the line. And then a woman gotta take care. You gotta take care. You gotta take, hey, yeah. Take, hey, yeah. Take, hey, yeah. Take, hey, yeah. Take your time. Take your time to make up your mind now, babe.
That's negative on the COVID. Check. 1. That's the first of the day. So I do not have the COVID. I'm pretty sure.